Cougars, I'm out at our tree at the playground and I notice something is happening. Look at all the leaves on the ground. This is right after Thanksgiving and the tree is, a lot of the leaves are turning yellow and some of the leaves are falling to the ground. So this tree is starting to get ready for the winter. I know in Southern California we don't have a very cold winter, but this tree still needs to be able to rest for the winter. Good morning, TK students. I hope you enjoyed making sedimentary rocks with me last week using crackers and peanut butter and jam. That was so good. Today, we are going to talk about a different kind of rock. And this is a rock called an igneous rock. Igneous. So igneous means from fire. When I have a match and I light my match, I ignite it. So when your parents put the key in their car, that's the ignition. So ignite means to start a fire. And the rocks that we're going to talk about today are igneous, and they came from something that was hot. Let's look at the parts of a volcano. So deep in the earth, remember below the crust is the mantle and the core, and it's very, very hot. And so deep in the earth, it's so hot and boiling hot that the rock actually melts. And sometimes there's a crack in the crust and the lava that's inside the earth rises up. It's kind of like a helium balloon. It's lighter. And so it finds a crack and it comes out of the earth. And if it's full of a lot of gas, then it explodes. And there's ash in the air. And there are big lava bombs, all kinds of different lava escaping from the volcano. TK students, over the Thanksgiving break, I made a volcano. And there's a video of it if you want to go back and make one for yourself. But I made a volcano out of some paper mache and some cardboard. And now I want us to set off our volcano. Now, in a real volcano, it's super hot. I don't want us to have something super hot. So instead of having something hot, we're going to have a chemical reaction with baking soda and vinegar. So you need to have a bottle, and I'm going to put my bottle in the center. Do you remember when we looked at the pictures of the volcano, there was a lava tube coming up the center? The bottle is going to be the lava tube. Then you need to get some vinegar, and I have a big thing of vinegar. You don't have to have such a big one. I'm going to have some vinegar, and I like to have my lava be really bubbly. So I'm going to take some soap, some dish soap, and I'm going to put a few pumps of dish soap in it so that when my volcano explodes, it's all bubbly and foamy, because that's what I like to see. Now, I want my lava to be red, so I'm going to add some red food coloring to my liquid vinegar and dish soap. So now I've got a lot of red food coloring in there, and I'm going to give it just a little stir. All right. Oh, that is looking like some really good lava. Now, that's not the only part, right? I also have to have some baking soda. So I have some baking soda, and I'm going to put it in the bottle. And it's kind of hard to do. I'm going to use my fingers to go around the bottle top, and I'm going to put maybe about a spoon of baking soda. The first one was not a full spoon. Okay, there we go. So I have my spoon of baking soda inside. I have my vinegar and soap and red food coloring. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of aluminum foil around the top because I want to make sure that all of the lava goes on the outside and not down the center. And it kind of looks like snow on the top. And now I'm gonna have my volcano explode. Really, remember, in a real volcano, it's the heat that makes it explode. But this time, we're going to have it be a chemical reaction. I'm gonna pour my vinegar in here. Oh, there it goes! There's my volcano exploding! Oh my gosh, look at that! Look at all that lava full of bubbles. Oh my gosh, what an amazing volcano. It's oozing and exploding. When I shake it like that, it makes the vinegar and baking soda react even more. I'm gonna turn it around so you can see this part coming out. Go, volcano, go! It's like an earthquake. It's all coming out. Here are some more igneous rocks, and these rocks come from a volcano. So these two whitish rocks, these are made from the ash of a volcano. When the volcano explodes and the ash goes into the air, the ash settles down and it turns into a rock called tuff. So this is a volcanic rock. This rock is called scoria. And the funny thing about this rock, it's hard to see, but it has lots of holes in it. And the holes are from the bubbles that was in the lava when it exploded. And this is called basalt. And this is part of the volcanic rock that's still in the lava tube. It doesn't come out of the volcano. It's kind of deep in the volcano. I have some igneous rocks here that I want to share with you. This one, I think we saw last time. We saw that it was pink and black. We saw the different sparkles. This is called granite, and it is a very hard rock, and it is formed inside the earth. It's not on the earth. It's not made from mud and sand. It's formed inside the earth. This is some more granite, and it's a little smoother. It's been worn down. Again, here's some more granite. Oh, you can see the sparkles. And you can see that it's not just one thing, right? I see black and I see white and I see maybe a little gray. There are different colors. And this also is some granite. And you can see the different colors and the crystals. Do you remember when we looked at the rocks that had the different colors? They were pink and white or dark black and white. And they were all connected. They were like a cookie. They were all connected to each other. Those were igneous rocks because they had been melted and then cooled together. Well, we are going to do that with some chocolate chips and marshmallows. So I put a few chocolate chips in a bowl already. And now I'm going to put a few marshmallows. So in my little container here, I have chocolate chips and marshmallows like this. And right now, they're just cold. They're not hot. They're not melted. I'm going to put them in the microwave for 30 seconds and see what happens. Okay, so I put mine in the microwave for 20 seconds, and they're starting to get a little soft. So I'm going to see if I can stir it up. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. Now, my cookie, my chocolate chips and marshmallows all melted together. So in real life, with a real rock, those crystals, those rocks would melt and then they would slowly cool. And when they were hard again, they'd be a rock. But for a while, they would be kind of like this, melted chocolate chips and marshmallows. And I think that these should be eaten. Yummy. Mmm. That's a good rock. I like learning about rocks with you guys. All right, TK students. Today, I want to do a little review before we finish up. So when we look at something carefully, we are observing. Last week, we looked at sedimentary rocks, rocks that were made out of pieces of rocks and sand and mud and turned into a rock. Today, we looked at igneous rocks, rocks that were coming from fire, rocks that were melted and cooled and turned back into a solid rock again. A lot of rocks on Earth come from volcanoes, and volcanoes are hot. They are igneous rocks. Next week, we're going to learn about the third type of rock, metamorphic. Oh my gosh, you guys are so smart. You're learning so many things about our Earth. See you next time.